caught it behind him.
Just stays it.
What a play.
There's not a willing to shut up, let me answer.
I think I'm breaking every FCC rule in the book.
All the way! Touchdown, Cleveland!
I'm calling both games.
Today's offering of that wonderful sports ball goodness is sponsored by the folks at Fubo TV. If you're like me, you like television. Live sports, the hottest shows, on-demand programming, there's plenty to see here. However, I was once a poor post-college graduate trying to scrounge up money for student loans. Cable is expensive. It's the same damn providers with the same bad service and monthly robbery of your finances. But what if I were to tell you that you could get the same quality television at half the price of cable? That's where Fubo TV saves the day. Not only does it have over 100 channels of quality television, but it also has a plethora of live sports, that's a biggie, and all local programming. I've got all the Major League networks, NFL, Red Zone, ESPN, and select games available in 4K at my fingertips. It also has cloud DVR, so if I have to do real-life things, I can record it and have it play on any device at any time. Fubo TV has all the bells and whistles of cable without the ridiculous cost. And all it takes is 2 minutes to sign up and start streaming. Cord cutting has been a huge phenomenon, and maybe this can help you as well. Fubo TV offers a free 7-day trial, so if it isn't for you, no sweat. There are no catches here. You can even get 15% off of your first month of access by going to FuboTV.com/utree. Once again, thank Fubo TV for sponsoring this video. It'll give you even more of that sports ball goodness at half the price. I'm making an executive decision. Every single team in the NFC East is pure garbage and doesn't deserve to make the playoffs. Therefore, all in-division matchups are now relegated to Tank Bowl status. I think I'll call it the Tank Division. Oh my lord, was this a good call. This is quite possibly one of the worst games of football I've seen in a long time. This is terrible. We've got a team that's outright injured to fucking back, and we have another team that's trying to come to terms with a broken identity. Oh, what a fantastic game to have on the deserving recipient that is Thursday Night Football. This interception by Wentz is about as forced as this really terrible joke I'm about to tell. The Eagles are funnier than most comedians out there. It's a damn television pilot. A group of dudes off the street due to a litany of injuries are forced to play football with hilarious hijinks. This includes the Giants. Look out, Daniel! The ghosts of Derp's past are coming to haunt your dreams! Why do they never learn? I can say the same for Philadelphia. They are the shittiest of shit. They've dominated possession and are losing to a team that has only had about 3 good plays. Thank God my tax dollars aren't going to this, or else I'd flip a fucking gasket. They're down by 2 scores with 6 minutes left, and Joe Judge is waiting to get batteries thrown at him. The Eagles then score a touchdown as... Really, man? Doug Peterson has the analytical IQ of a toaster. This guy won a Super Bowl? Maybe at the local ramen shop for a loyalty program. All New York literally has to do is get a first down and they have the win. Transplanting bricks onto your hands. A very bold strategy indeed, Evan. It ends up backfiring as, to the shock of no one who follows football, Carson Wentz guides Philly past the Swiss cheese known as the Giants. Go for 2 to put you up by 3, yes, but what the hell are you doing? Did you think you were in the MAC with that formation? But that's not stereotypical enough of this game. Danny Derp strikes again to seal the loss. I'm going to petition Congress so both of these teams get losses. I'll put some funds towards the national parks as a rider to make sure the bill passes. The Buffalo Bills have shown some mighty cracks in their toughened exterior these past few weeks. The complete inability to generate any sustained offense should be a cause of great concern for the team. Against any normal foe, the Bills would probably be suffering a humiliating loss. Fortunately for them, this is not the case. They are playing the Jets. Anything resembling competent football immediately goes out the window. Even with Adam Gase giving up play calling, his genius still exudes from the on-field product. The New York offense is now being summoned by the Anti-Defamation League due to how offensive it is to witness. Even as the Bills can do nothing but kick field goals, it will be the Jets' death today. And all for what could be the worst point differential in the NFL's sordid history. Hey, somebody had to take the mantle since the Whoopons are leaving as this city's clown show. I'm glad it's you. Oh, Houston, your nightmare season is going to keep on running at full speed. This week you get the Packers. And you don't just get any Green Bay team. You get one led by pissed off Aaron Rodgers. Let me check on him real quick to get his overall mood. Uh-oh, he's ready to smack some bitches down. He's had a bad week. I would not want to be the team that has to deal with the blowback. Texans, just stand over there and take your relentless beating from this raging man and call it a day. To think that a team that has Deshaun Watson slinging footballs on it is the one that's incredibly miserable to watch. Do us all a favor, boys. Trade J.J. Watt to a contender. Just get a late second-round pick or something for him. It's not enjoyable to see him stew at how this team's been mangled over and over. Time to get this out of the way quickly. This was a bona fide shit show in Tank Division. And that's it. Let's just say that I need a little more than Sportsball to tell this story. It's official. The Saints are the rich kid with gobs of talent and ability that only does the bare minimum to get by. He somehow succeeds despite his laziness and ineptitude because daddy has money. New Orleans' secondary is so misaligned I'm about to diagnose them with scoliosis. And I'm nowhere near a chiropractor. The Panthers' offense, without their best weapon, mind you, is making them look absolutely incompetent. It's a good thing the Saints version of it came to play, or else I'd be dunking on them like they were Sean Bradley waiting to get postered. Bend but don't break, right? Yeah, it's not supposed to be for the whole damn team. I'm fucking onto you, you goddamn frauds. I see right through your high-profile facade. This shit isn't going to fly come playoff time. Look, I'm pretending to have your best interests in mind over here. Carolina is foolish enough to try a 65-yard field goal to tie it.
Sly's kick is on the way. It is accurate enough, and it is no good, just short.
That was a hell of a lot closer than it should have been. You will be exposed in time, Saints. By God is my witness, you will be punished for your lies. The interstate battle. Always a fantastic time of inevitable disappointment and impotent rage. Baker Mayfield's returning to that awful form he had against Pittsburgh for the first part of the game. But there's always that glimmer of hope that things will return to normal. This is Cincinnati after all, and even though they may have a real quarterback to play with, they still lack many, many things. Like a line that can block, and a defense that can defend, and a head coach that isn't completely over his head. How is getting Diet McVay working out for you now? Hold that thought, I have to change the subject. Because in this time frame, a small tear was shed from the heart of Cleveland. This droplet would invigor the corpse of Baker, and have him sling like he has never slung before. Yes, this is the Bungles, but going near perfect after that dud of a start is admirable. We have a battle. A rivalry with some true bite to it. The downtrodden against the downtrodden with hope. What is team defense? An impossible task against these offenses, apparently. Somewhere every defense-oriented coach is crying in their sleep at how it's being butchered in this game. For these kind of matches, it usually depends on who has the ball last. The Browns have possession of the ball with 1 minute left. Can they do it? Can they make the Bungles bungle yet again? They're doing a damn good job of trying.
Mayfield towards the end zone. It is caught. Was he in? Yes.
Cleveland escapes with victory. And it was all done at the cost of Odell Beckham's season. In all honesty, though, can we please get Joe Burrow out of there? He's going to get destroyed behind whatever they call that line. I know many of you are considering this to be a tank bowl, but that is not the case here. No, this is something special. This is a choke bowl. I tried to make an intro for this event, but my editor kept blowing it when I tried to render. It knew. We all know of Atlanta's incredible talents in the art of high-profile failure, but Detroit has been low-key professionals at it. They just quietly sneak under the radar. They'll do it so unassumedly you think they never had a sizable lead to begin with. This game isn't about winning. It's about superiority in the art of ineptitude. Who blows it more? Both teams came to play in this regard. Hell, even the officials are choking by calling legitimate sacks as roughing the passer. Really, we're back to this shit again? Can't I just enjoy these two teams trying to hand each other the win in peace? Let's just watch the Falcons defense do absolutely nothing to defend before the half. Nothing else is happening in the meantime. They both know the real stakes. The Falcons are so devoted to the cause that they're going for it on a 4th and 5 at Detroit's 13. Really, on a 4th and 5? Are you shitting me? The Lions try to one-up it with a missed field goal. But the Falcons are eager to hand the ball right back because no one can block. Matt Prater was selfish and fancied a new contract, so he made his next field goal. Now the game is getting intense. Atlanta's pushing ever so slowly down the field. All they have to do is burn clock and...
GURLEY, what are you doing? You're giving Detroit the ball back, you fool!
Weren't you the one that made that really smart play 2 years ago with the Rams? Does game intelligence joke when it comes to Atlanta too? Now you have to trust the defense to get a fucking stop. It goes about as well as you would expect. And now for the icing on the cake.
He has time. Hesitates, throws, touchdown, Lions!
Oh my god! It happened again! I once thought that the Falcons were worthy of scorn, but now I see. They're a comedy. They fucking choked an easily winnable game again! The third time in 6 weeks! A 96.6% chance of winning! I'd have more of a chance of being a pro athlete than the Falcons had of blowing these games. Yet they didn't! God damn it! And even better, because of Matt Stafford's talent, Detroit's going to be stuck with Matt Patricia's coach for the next 3 years! Everyone loses today! Except the laughter. That wins. Real talk, Atlanta, just blow it up. This is endless failure and that isn't going to change without a deep overhaul. Oh my god, I can't believe they did it again.
Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
If you get the opportunity, you should kill yourself.
A week 4 matchup delayed for the better. Now we get 2 undefeated teams looking for a true statement. Only one will be considered as a legitimate contender. Early on, it's the Steelers. They are putting on a clinic. The Titans want to play soft zone? Then they'll just Brady it up and throw short passes until the end of time. They know the key to beating Tennessee. Keep the offense off the field. My inner Yenzer is starting to emerge from its cocoon. The time has come. Yes. Do it, Steelers. Crush these fools and their petty ambitions. Fuck King Henry and his armadillo tail he calls hair. Kill the Titans like they are the heartless fools that they are. Become men today. They're up by 20 in the 3rd quarter. I think it's time to crown these Steelers as legitimate. I don't feel so good all of a sudden. It felt like a disturbance. It was as if there was a sudden outage of Mancini's bread at every Permane Brothers. The sweet slaw had suddenly grown sour. The Pittsburgher tasting as overrated as ever. It feels as if the Titans suddenly adjusted. The Steelers can't pick up their blitzing schemes. They're picking apart their perfect defense. The polish isn't there. Tennessee is coming back. I thought we were done with this shit, boys. I know the Titans are a good team, but why the sudden reluctance to finish them off? Don't do this, boys. I don't want to go into those depths again.
Bruh.
Why the hell would you make that pass, Ben? In what mind is that a good idea? Now the Titans have full momentum and need a field goal to tie. And Gostkowski doesn't miss in the clutch.
For the tie, Gostkowski!
That comes with the disclaimer that those kicks have to be over 50 yards. As Titans fans bitch about an intentional grounding call, the Steelers got really goddamn lucky. But you know what? Fuck it. It's a win and they're still undefeated, baby! Could have sworn I booted that guy out a while ago. There's nothing sadder to me than to see a once great player fall to depths we thought impossible. Cam Newton is unfortunately there. I hate to say it, but I fear he's done. I don't know if it's the years of injuries. I don't know if it's his bout with COVID. Regardless of what it is, he's a hollow shell of his former self. I just want to spend a few seconds to mourn what was an outstanding talent as it's probably long lost. The Niners will make sure of it. The Patriots' offense just looks like shit. It doesn't matter if they put in the formerly Super Cam or Stidham, they can't get anything going. Once again, despite their hard fall to a cold reality of misery, nobody will feel bad for them. They tormented all of us for almost 20 years, so we will dance on their long-dug grave. I hope you enjoy the rest of your division picking you apart. It's only what you did to them for a long time. Now it's time for them to reciprocate these feelings. That's what a healthy relationship does, right? Be a good boy and bend over for your rivals. San Francisco will just take the benefits in this scenario. Snow in a football game? Already? Come on, man, I barely had a summer thanks to this fucking coronavirus. Now you torture me with fucking snow? I think Denver is saying the same thing. Wait, I thought we were supposed to have a good team this year. Why are we dealing with a litany of injuries and getting our asses kicked by the Chiefs? I thought Drew Lock was supposed to be the future. With all of this bad play, is that really the case now? This wasn't even close. Denver just got fucking smoked. I just buried the city in the snow. The season is all but lost at this point, especially if Locke doesn't return to form. To Kansas City, though, they're just another statistic. The Raiders may have no idea how to deal with coronavirus, but it won't stop them from trying to deal with Tampa Bay. Fuck the probable fines and lost draft picks. That new age mumbo-jumbo does not compute with the hard-nosed football they're trying to perfect. It's quite unfortunate that they chose to socially distance themselves from winning in proper defensive containment. Tampa Bay just came off as the better coached team. The defense was buzzing, containing most Raider charges. I just want to ask one thing though. What deal has Tom Brady made with hell to take 10 years off of his game? He's gone from looking totally frail in the Patriot offense last season to dominating in the air like he's in his prime. This doesn't happen. Even Gronk doesn't look like a fossil at points in time. Is this the price we have to pay for the end of the Patriot dynasty? A new insufferable empire emerging? Why is the earth rumbling? Oh my god! What cruel hell have you unleashed upon this world? Now here's a matchup I want to see. Two cursed franchises and only one can win the true prize of Tank Bowl! I might have been wrong about Justin Herbert. Maybe communism does work after all. Perhaps all my fears about wild inaccuracy and standing in line for hours for basic necessities were unfounded. Look at this cat. Fucker can sling a football effortlessly. He might be the only reason why the Chargers are competitive in any way or form. No magical mustache could save the Jaguars, but god-awful special teams play by the Bolts could. Jacksonville should be getting blown out of the water. But they're still in this match because, you guessed it, special teams fuck-ups. It's to the fortune of the brave souls that are still Chargers fans that pain was not on the menu today. At least for them. Duval falls into the pits of despair once again. Things getting so bad that Gardner Minshew is rumored to be on the hot seat for Mike Glennon. That's when you know shit's fucked. The NFC West is as much of a bloodbath as I was hoping it would be. Normally a matchup between the Seahawks and Cardinals would be a relentless beatdown. Not today. Arizona has an exciting offense, and Seattle is as cardiac as ever. I have a feeling years down the line we will discover a secret deal between the Seahawks and Providence Health. Seattle refuses to finish any of their opponents off, and Providence will give them a nice cut of the influx of patients they get for heart ailments. It's literally the only thing that can explain how erratic Seattle plays from drive to drive. Wouldn't you guess it, the same things keep occurring over and over again with this team. It's a big gotcha game. Seattle's going for a touchdown to bury Arizona? Gotcha! It's a momentum-changing interception that is only saved from the end zone by DK Metcalf. The Cardinals capitalizing off of it? Gotcha! Turnover on downs. Anyone going to try and assert their claim on this nice piece of ass we call a win? Or are you just going to hover-hand it by means of constantly bending defensively? That will have to wait as the Seahawks are now up by 10 and are holding their opponent to a field goal. Gotcha! Benson Mayowa is a fucking idiot and gave them a fresh set of downs. Touchdown Cardinals. Here's Chef Russ coming to cook a big old W for his team. Gotcha! He burned everything and it reeks of way too much garlic. The stench prevents Seattle's defense from making a stop as, you guessed it, we're heading to overtime. It's here where our defense manages to do something as the Seahawks can't decipher Arizona's blitzing schemes. The Cardinals respond by charging down the field with a hopeful dagger in their opponent's virgin throat. Right after a timeout.
And that kick is no good.
Did you just ice your own kicker? Do you understand the consequences of such an action? Do you know what the hell you just did?
Pass is intercepted.
I guess that bitching was all for naught. Arizona's offense does the sexy time on the field and can put it away, barring more shenanigans.
Can he make this one? It is good.
Despite self-sabotage, Arizona wins an epic. The traitor in their ranks was then executed for crimes against culture. And all the citizens of Seattle flooded local hospitals with heart issues. Providence Health wins big time here. Ooh, Chicago, I didn't know you were into this kinky shit. You're a submissive with a suffocation fetish. Fucked up, but interesting. You like your offense to be smothered at all times. Yes, Johnny Hecker, please pin me down inside my own 10-yard line, they scream in ecstasy. They've been very naughty. They need to be punished. This is apparently the only way they can climax, and the Rams are going to be paid handsomely for it. Look at this picture. Have you seen anything more beautiful in your life? Not you, Chicago. You just get a massive sense of guilt after your session. Well, at least you aren't the Vikings. Your rival made a big trade for Yannick Ngakoue before the season started, but there was one problem. They're shit. Absolutely terrible enough that they immediately flipped him to Baltimore to get something back. In the end, they traded what could be an early second-round pick for a late third. Excellent asset management, if I say so. The time has come once again to dub our LOLCOW of the week. There are plenty of choices this time. So many that Daniel Jones and his derp trip missed the cut. The nominees are Evan Engram for stone hands at the worst possible time. Todd Gurley and the Falcons defense for terrible situational awareness and some of the worst defense imaginable on a weekly basis. Rice University for kneeling 3 times in overtime to kick a field goal. The result? A quadruple doink!
Holy shit!
Absolutely legendary performance. And Benson Mayowa for hurdling practice to give Arizona the long-range win. This week's winner, as chosen by you, is Todd Gurley and the Falcons. Really? You didn't pick the quadruple doink? That's instant LOLCOW of the week material, and you chose a typical Falcons joke? Blood for the blood god. Injuries for the injury god.
Unit lost. 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 Unit lost.
May these offerings appease the gods for another week. Amen.
Here's the kickoff. After the 43-yard field goal, it'll be taken out by Byron Pringle. And he finds a seam. He breaks a tackle. The kicker to beat. Look at Pringle galloping free. He will go all the way.